Hello, everyone. Welcome to Campus Party. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and then we can start talking about. So let me just check. So welcome again to Campus Party Digital Edition. This is actually my first time speaking in a campus party, and it's my first talk in English as well. So thanks for the opportunity. And let's just begin. Hi, I'm Gabriel, and I'm actually still trying to understand Dark's final season, last season. And if you do know what's going to happen or what happened, just chat with me. We can talk about it. I love it, but I still don't understand everything. So I'm Gabriel. I'm 24 years old, and I think I am kind of the Brazilian stereotype because I love soccer, I love samba, I love caipirinha and carnaval, and I love my country. I think you can just understand this. And we are living tough times right now, but when you can, please come to Brazil, get to know our country. It's amazing, I swear to you. And we have these amazing things here you can try. Uh, and I was born actually in the city. It's called São José dos Pinhais. And I challenge you that are watching this to try to say this name. Try to say it, São José dos Pinhais. It's kind of hard as well for non-Portuguese native speakers. And I love this city as well. I've been living here for almost my whole life. I've actually lived also in California and also in São Paulo here in Brazil as well. But I'm living already. But I'm back here to my native city, São José dos Pinhais, and I love this. And just for you to get to know me a little better, I am a management technician. I'm an industrial engineer, and I've worked for ExxonMobil, for Google, and I'm working now here for Grupo Boticário. That is a Brazilian company, and that is the topic we are talking about in this presentation, and how we are changing some things here, and how challenging this is, and what we are doing to boost our technology scenario. And just talking about Grupo Boticário, also from my city, São José dos Pinhais, the company was born back on 1977. This was the first store, O Boticário. This is the first brand of our group. And O Boticário was born in our airport, actually. This was this tiny little shop here who started everything. And we are now just this. We are now one of the biggest beauty groups, beauty companies in the world. One of the biggest, of course, in Brazil as well. And Grupo Boticário is O Boticário, Eudora, Quem Disse Berenice, Beauty Box, Multi-B, Multi Beleza na Web, and Grupo Boticário's Institute and Foundation. And we are many brands, and I'm just gonna show a little video from you, so you can understand just a bit of what we do. And we work with beauty, with cosmetics, and gifts. So just take a look at this video. I'm gonna pause it right now just to change the subtitles to English so you can understand it better. This was our Christmas advertisement campaign. So just for you to understand a little bit of what we do here.
Não vivesse até o Natal. Então eu resolvi
I wouldn't live to Christmas, actually.
As pessoas que eu amo. Você fica linda de vermelho desde pequenininha, sabia? Os presentes estão no baú, corre lá. Não chore, minha filha. Você sabe como eu queria estar aí. Eu não passei o Natal com eles. Porque eu tinha que agradecer outra família. A que perdeu alguém. Que me doou coração. Obrigado.
Doe amor neste Natal. O Boticário, onde tem amor, tem beleza.
So basically, that's just a bit of what we do, and O Boticário itself is one of the most loved Brazilian brands. And just for you to know, we've been selling this beauty products ever since we were born, and we were growing. Then 2020, we were growing. We were uh, trying to do even better than we have been doing in the last few years. And we were so excited. 2020 is going to be a great year. I just came to the company right now this year, January 14th actually, and I was also excited to see our growth. And actually, as I told you before, we are a Brazilian brand, we are a Brazilian group, but we are present in more than 15 countries and with more than 4,000 stores worldwide. And this is a bit of Grupo Boticário as well. And then we were really excited, but you know what happened this year? Boom! Was a pandemic. There is this pandemic, the biggest health crisis we've been facing as a humanity, as a humankind, uh, in the last few years. And also with this pandemic scenario, this health crisis, there comes the political crisis, especially here in Brazil, economical crisis across the world, and everything we were thinking about doing just changed. We have many stores here in Brazil, and with quarantine, the stores were closed. And we as a brand, we as a group, we focused on producing hand sanitizers, and we donated them for health institutions here in Brazil. But there was this fear. Of course, the stores were closed. It's one of our major revenue sources. And then the question was, how could we keep the jobs even with a huge revenue source closed? So this was really tough times we've been living. We've been trying to help many people here, and not just as a company, but as people here in Brazil, as persons, and as a person. And this question was a really tough one. How could we keep the jobs? How could we keep maintaining people employed without this revenue source that we had? So we just found something, a technology boost, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about it. We were doing this transformation, this transition, and then we have this scenario where we had to accelerate it. So we had to do this boost. And what is this? What am I talking about when I say technology boost? So first of all, our digital products, our digital solutions were firstly based on external sources. And I'm here talking to you about these things because I think most of you that are beginning a business right now, that are creating something, or there are people that are building things inside their companies, or the companies that people are working for, you may think about these things as well. So we were based on these external sources, and then we suddenly changed to in-house solutions. So everything that we were building, our digital products, just became something to be inside the company. So it became the core of the company, as well as the retail business that we've been doing for more than 40 years as an industry. So the technology and the digital solutions, they they are part of the company. They are core business as well. So these in-house solutions have just changed many things here, and that this solutions has this new scenario where we don't have we of course we do have external sources as well, but we focus on in-house solutions. This new scenario just allowed us to make really great changes here and to help us pass through these tough times we are right now. So another thing that we've been doing here since we faced this crisis, and from a few years ago as well, is to be customer centered, fully customer centered. And when I say customer centered, we have this process. I'm not talking just about the consumer, the person that consumes our products at the end of the chain, that buys our products and everything. But I'm saying the customer within all the process. So we have franchisees, we have resellers, we have distributors, we have many people here within the process, and they are all our customers. So when we think about a solution to help the resellers, we are thinking about the customer. When we think in a solution, a digital solution, about the person that is going to buy the product, the consumer, we are also talking about the customer. So this tiny change changes a lot of things actually. This tiny difference changes a lot of things. So we're not talking about only the consumer, but the customers within the process, and that's really important. And when I say we are customer centered, I'm not just saying that we design something and then we try with the customer, and if it doesn't work, we just cut it. No, we're bringing customers inside the whole process. So from the idea, from the beginning, from the pain, we are designing it, we're building it with the customers, and that's a really great change that we've been doing, and that's helped us a lot in these few months. And just for you to know a little bit, direct selling is one of our channels, one of our sales channels, and direct selling is really huge here in Brazil. Brazil as a country has millions of resellers from many brands, and O Boticário and Eudora, two of our brands, we do the direct selling. And when we think about about how important is to have this extra money when we are living in a pandemic, it's really hard to understand how important it is to some people, because people were doing this, the resellers or partners were doing this firstly to have this extra money. But when we face these pandemics, many of them just lost their jobs, and this has become their major source of income. And so designing and building digital solutions to help these people helps, of course, Brazil as a whole. So this is really important, and that's why we're thinking about digital solutions to these people, to the resellers, to our partners. And as well, when we think about digital solutions, of course, we think about the digital products. And as e-commerce, we have many, all of our brands basically have e-commerce as well. And the e-commerce as a whole, you've been seeing, I think, in I think in basically the major countries in the world, e-commerce has been growing. And of course we had to have these faster pages, this omni-channel strategy. So we focused, okay, we're now building it in-house, so let's change it, let's create a amazing product, and let's have people buying this because they are in their home, they are working from home, they are with this quarantine, we cannot go to the stores anymore, so people have to buy it in e-commerce channels. So that's what we've been doing as well, focused on faster pages. And of course, the apps, lighter and better, and really better because we have Beleza na Web and O Boticário. Beleza na Web with a rating of 4.8 stars out of 5, and O Boticário with 4.6. And it's been growing actually in the last few months. And that's because we've been adjusting, we've been changing some things, we've been improving because of this in-house strategy, and that allowed us to do this. So focused on this as well, the apps, not just the e-commerce, not just the reselling strategy, but also on the apps. And a new channel that we just started right now is WhatsApp. WhatsApp here in Brazil is actually the biggest messaging app that we have here. More than 130 million users of WhatsApp, and the resellers were doing this like this informal way, and it is now something that we adjusted as a new sales channel. So WhatsApp is working to help us help people to still sell even more with their smartphones, and that's a great strategy. It's working for us. But actually, the biggest challenge in building all of these digital solutions and building all of this change is the challenge of adapting a culture. So Grupo Boticário's culture is really amazing. Actually, it's been working, as I told you before, more than 40 years. But we have to adapt some things, of course, because of the pandemics. But actually, in a whole scenario of change in the whole behavior of customers, of consumers. So we have to adapt some things. And what do we need to adapt actually? First of all, short cycles of learning. And when I say short cycles of learning, meaning, okay, we have this idea, we're gonna try it, We're not building it as a full digital product. We're just doing something small. And with these short cycles of learning, we were able to understand better our customers and to understand better where we were making these mistakes, so we could adjust them really quicker than with other strategies. So short cycles of learning, it's one of this tough challenges that we have here to adapt. The culture of continuous improvement, just a little bit easier because we've been doing this for many years. But as the short cycles of learning, continuous improvement means, okay, we just grew our rating in the iOS and Android app stores, Google Play and App Store, but we have a 4.8 and we have a 4.6. Okay, we're trying to get the 4.9 and then the 5 stars. So that's what we do when we think about continuous improvement, and not only on digital products, but as a whole company and our products itself, on the products themselves that we sell to people at the end of the chain. And as I told you before, the intercompany development, we've been building this technology team basically from zero from the last few years, and now with this boost, we have been growing as a lot. So maybe we've been growing 200, 400, even 500% in the last few months. And the company is really focused on, okay, we have the challenge of creating these digital products, and we are going to do it in-house. We're going to build them as a core job. So this was a really great change. And actually, the most important ones, I think, is when we think about pain and solution. Many people come to the digital teams, to the technology teams, and think, okay, I have this solution that I am thinking about creating, I don't know, maybe a new product, and I need it to have all the fragrances, all the perfumes of the world in just a little, I don't know, a pencil. And that is the solution that people come with in their minds. So we just go a little bit back and we think first about the pain. So what is the pain they're trying to heal? Before you think about the solution, think about the pain. And this is truly important when we are trying to design these small cycles of learning, this continuous improvement, and this intercompany development. Because when we think about the pain, we go deep to understand the consumer and the customer behavior. And as I told you before, we bring them together with us from the beginning to build the solutions. So we think about the pain first, we bring everyone together here with us, and then we design the solutions with everyone. So this has been helping us a lot. And when we think about the pain, of course, we have to hypothesize. So if you are creating a new product right now, if you are building something new, if you are building or managing a project in your company, in the company you're working for, hypothesize. That's really important. Working with hypotheses allow you to have scenarios where you can work for. Okay, so I hypothesize that we have this solution here, and I think we're gonna have a click-through rate when we launch the campaign of X. And we have these other hypotheses where we don't have this much CTR, and we have something to cover it. So hypothesize, put it on paper, try to have the scenarios on your head, but of course, not as a solid thing. You have to adapt as well. So again, think about the pain before the solution, and hypothesize. These are the two major lessons, major thoughts that I would like you to take with you. And basically, that's what we've been doing. Thank you so much. I think you can just ask some things on YouTube streaming. So thank you a lot. Be safe, especially if you're here in Brazil watching this. Stay home. We are quarantined yet. So be safe. Thank you so much. And you can find me in this contacts here, my email, my LinkedIn, and my Instagram. And you can find Grupo Boticário on our website or LinkedIn and our Instagram as well. So I'm just gonna stop presenting right here. Stop sharing. And thank you so much for that. We've been doing this, uh, and especially this technological boost has been happening in the last few months. But we've been creating this from many years ago, actually, from 2 to 3 years ago, thinking about this. And when we had the pandemics, when we had this health crisis, we need to accelerate it. We need to give this boost for the things to happen. And I'm just gonna check it. Please send me, ask me something if you would like to know a little bit better, and you can just send me right here on the YouTube, or reach out us in our social media, on our websites, or by email. Try to do that, and that's it basically. Thank you so much for the campus party organization, Erika and Pablo, for helping me to create this. And I think you have enjoyed this. And let me just check here if you have some questions. Fernando, do you know if we do have some questions? Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. So I think that's it. Thank you for joining us here today. Feel free to ask again many things. Again, think about the pain before the solution. That's what happened us. That's what helped us a lot before everything that I told you. So think about the pain before the solution, and hypothesize, have small cycles of learning. And this is going to help you a lot when building your project. And this is how we're creating this, building this new technology giant here in Brazil. We are doing this not only because we want to be in the digital business, but because we need to. So all the biggest companies here need to adapt to these scenarios. So thanks a lot again, and feel free to reach me out. And that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fernando, for helping me. And yes, you can just stop sharing my screen. Thank you.